Good evening, guys. Yeah, police held a press conference here this evening to announce those charges. One of the incidents claimed the life of a transit worker, while the second left a 7-year-old boy dead after he was shot inside his own home.
We are here this evening to announce arrest and charges in 2 cases.
Tonight, charges announced in 2 high-profile cases, one of which resulted in the fatal shooting of a little boy.
Now his brother and his other sister don't feel safe coming back to this house because of what happened to their brother.
We spoke with Toribia Misters last month after a stray bullet claimed the life of his 7-year-old nephew, Akeem Briscoe.
This shooting involved a 7-year-old in their home, in his home, in the bathroom, washing his hands, which should be one of the most safest places your child should be.
We're told Akeem was washing his hands in the bathroom of his Humboldt Park home back on October 26th when a bullet came through the window and struck him in the stomach.
On his way to the hospital, he said, "I'm okay."
But he wasn't. That little boy passed away soon after, just days after the family had buried his father. Police now saying this was a case of group-on-group violence, with the bullet fired from an alleyway behind the child's home.
They shoot at that group. Obviously, the bullet misses that group. Nobody struck in that group, and the bullet goes through the window, striking the 7-year-old.
A 16-year-old has now been charged with first-degree murder, but police believe someone else pulled the trigger that night, which is why charges are also pending for 2 adults.
We do not believe the juvenile fired the handgun, but the juvenile was in possession of the handgun and passed it to one of these other adult offenders who fired it. And as I mentioned, they're in custody. We're working really closely with the state's attorney's office.
Police also say an arrest has been made after shots rang out downtown a week before Halloween, claiming the life of a Greyhound employee named Dewan Gaddis.
We are also announcing the apprehension and arrest pending charges for first-degree murder against Rodney, spelled R-O-D-N-E-E, Miller, age 26.
They say Rodney Miller, a convicted felon, opened fire on the 30-year-old that morning outside the bus station on West Harrison before fleeing the scene. He was arrested yesterday in Alabama with the help of the FBI.
The incident, it was a targeted shooting, not like a pre-planned, but this individual came in from a Greyhound. He saw this other individual who he knew to be a rival gang member, so he took the opportunity at that time to shoot him, and then he fled.
Now, it's not clear how or when Miller made it to Alabama or when he will arrive back in Chicago. We're live tonight at police headquarters. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.